Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful evening, and today I'll the XRP price chart. So we've been consolidating still since July 20th, 21st. We've just been consolidating. We went ahead and we made a pattern that I thought potentially could have been the triangle, the XRP consolidating triangle here around 3, but it looked a little bit small, a little unproportional. So we actually got a pattern extension out of this. So we got a full pattern extension out of XRP, and we're making another perfect consolidating triangle out of XRP. Last time I showed you guys the XRP versus Bitcoin making the same structure. So if you want, you can go check that out. XRP is finally showing its structure, and luckily, let me go to a little higher, and luckily we got a move off of the low here at 2.8, and it rejected at 2.8, and we got a move up off the low, which has me really excited because all macro conditions considered, XRP makes these consolidating triangles. It's making another one, a third one, a smaller time frame. And you know what's funny? XRP during the bear market, it would make these structures all the time and they would break down. But I think the conditions are different now, and I think we may actually be getting a proper XRP consolidating triangle and move up. And that's going to take out the selling wall at 3.2, and after that 3.4, it gets thinner for XRP. And the reason it makes these consolidating triangles, one of the main reasons, is because it has extremely thick liquidity walls at these levels. So there's a huge amount of orders sitting around 2.8, and if price comes back down to 2.8, although it can act as a magnet because there's so many orders there, it has a chance to bounce. So I'm actually going to show you guys today a little bit deeper on exactly what's going on with the order books for XRP. So if you're buying it, super easy here. So pretty much, as you can see, these are the order books for XRP, and you have a really large amount of orders down here at 2.8 supporting this floor. So you have your bid and your ask, and they're compressed between these two levels. So you got 3.3 overhead, 2.8 below, and that's the thick liquidity wall. This is the structure of the market. These are where the orders are sitting, and price is going to deviate in between these levels. And if it comes down to 2.8, then orders may get filled, and it may act as a floor, creating the XRP consolidating triangle, and we'll get a move up. And then by that time, sellers are exhausted because they try to push all the way down to this wall, couldn't break it. So it is possible these prices act as a magnet, and price comes down, retests 2.8, gets absorbed, and pushes up sharply, taking out 3.3 liquidity wall. So you can see the walls here, and these tight walls are what make these XRP consolidations. So as far as XRP is concerned, that's just a little deep dive that wasn't complex on why we have these consolidating XRP triangles, one of the reasons, and how it's possible that 2.8 holds here as a level. And then we get our move. We've seen this pattern so many times. And you know the best part about this pattern is it's on a macro scale. So there's lots of other pairs making this exact same structure on different time frames. And that really does contribute. When you see an entire market coiling, a move is right around the corner. Let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin dominance. This is actually the third time I've made this video, but obviously I'm dealing with my software and stuff, so I'm just trying to get everything right so that it works. It had a problem with recording, but as far as Bitcoin dominance, we're just getting we're getting these moves up that are quickly taken back, and the structure keeps breaking down. Right now, Bitcoin dominance is breaking down. It looks like we have potential for a full-blown Bitcoin dominance breakdown, at least to the next level before a retrace. And as far as the RSI, we have an opportunity here that this turns red and we get another spill here on Bitcoin dominance. The stage is set. We have red candles. Momentum's turning down. It's definitely possible, that this turns back red right here, and you get a move down on Bitcoin dominance, sparking alts to go wild while Bitcoin does a measly recovery. I think I'm going to circle back around to the Litecoin chart because I know I covered that for a while, but you can just look at a chart pretty much and see where the liquidity walls are for these consolidating triangles. Let me find the right chart here. Let's see. Maybe something like this. And let's see, I'm gonna go out to the, see if that'll work. No. Let's go on a 3-day. Okay. So, as far as XRP goes, we're really in that pivotal moment right here where we're either going to break up and out or we're going to get a move down. So we're 2.8 holds. But the rest of the entire market here, you guys, this is a pivotal moment. We're just coiling. This is one big coil. I mean, if we break 1.47, I mean, you can just look at the chart and see where the liquidity walls are. I mean, there's one overhead here at 149, and you're going to have one around down here at like 6.4, 6.2, stuff like that. At the end of this third wave right here. Now, do I think that we're going to come down all the way and come back to 62? No, I don't believe that'll happen. I believe that we're leaning against this upper hand grind line. We're fractalizing. Perfect behavior. I mean, why are we all the way up here if we want to turn around? We would have just turned around down here when momentum was bearish. So if we get a spill of bearish one, that is still possible. But I expect these levels to be solid levels, to hold macro levels. And the main thing about Litecoin, what I'm trying to say right now, as a barometer for the entire market, is that Litecoin has not broken out yet. And I mean, we're waiting for that break still. It looks like that. And it's going to have to look something like that. And, if we do get that move to the upside, but volatility is constricting and we have a moment here where we may be able to push past this line. And if we absorb all the sell orders at 147 overhead and we break that liquidity wall, then, we're going to have a lot higher numbers that we're talking about for Litecoin. And that's the move. That breakout of this consolidation, I believe, will coincide with the overall market making a decisive move. And I'm leaning right now to the upside. So, I know we just got a pullback, didn't feel good. It was a testing time because, it looked as though maybe XRP could fall down out of its consolidating triangle like it has before. It almost seemed too obvious. But it is possible that triangle holds and we get our breakout. I mean, we're having a lot of macro events aligning, and the broader indices look good right now. I mean, they made a little pullback, but we're getting a recovery, and it looks like we might go again, like right now in the next week or a couple of weeks. Soon we might be getting our move out of this consolidation, breaking through that wall. So that's where we're at. I don't expect price to come back down to 64. I believe we fractalize here and potentially get our next move up. So I hope that everyone has a wonderful evening, and